When we like make eye contact with a stranger, we'll smile. Like,
why do you do that?
it's because it's awkward. Like you're looking at someone like, oh.
So I don't think it's fair for me to say that I represent everybody in Indonesia because we have almost 300 million people living in there right now. But what I came to, believe as I grew up in Indonesia is like the way Americans dress is a lot more open and more, let's say, revealing, like a little bit of skin. Because Indonesia is like still many parts of Indonesia except for Bali because it's like very touristy and so that's like not counted. But other parts of Indonesia are mostly still quite conservative. So even in the beaches, you would probably never see anyone in a bikini. And definitely nude beaches is not something like, you'll see there ever. Let's say American's dress is a lot more open than what I would be comfortable wearing, I would say. And
in India, we think like there's like wide range of opportunities to get jobs there, but we also think like Americans are too open and revealing clothes.
Yeah.
오히려 약간 그 미국 사람 생각하면 약간 나이스, 약간 성격 막 하이 막 이렇게 막 우리나라 가서 그 미국 사람들 우리나라 가면 막 맨날 막 하이 스와디카 막 이렇게 하거든요. 그래서 오 너무 착하네 다들. 다들 다 펠리해요. 그래서 오 착할 것 같아. 그리고 이게 더 많이 생각해. 부자라고. 약간 미국 사람 다 부자라고 생각하고. 그래서 미국 사람들 태국 오면 막 이렇게 막 팁도 주고 막 이렇게 하잖아. 우리나라 팁 그런 거
거의
없어.
산타클로스 정도만.
맞아요. 그래서 뭐지? 부자네. 그렇게 생각할 것 같아.
미국 사람은 약간 좀 뭐랄까 오픈 마인드로 가지고 뭐 이쁘고 피부도 하얗잖아요. 뭐 부자인 것 같기도 하고. 근데 요즘은 많이 베트남으로 여행 오니까 뭔가 무엇보다 제일 귀여워요. 빨리 와서 우리 문화랑 따라하려고 하고 완전 그냥 베트남 돼버리는 거예요. 미국 사람, 동영상을 보면은 이 언니 저 오빠는 귀엽네. 베트남 사람들 그렇게 친절하고 약간 그리고 도와주면은 약간 자기는 항상 고마운 마음 그런 많이 가시는 것 같아요. 좋아요, 베트남 사람이.
Yeah, so in America, and I still do this here, when we like make eye contact with a stranger, we'll smile, like the white person smile.
Like, why do you do that?
It's because it's awkward, like you're looking at someone like, oh.
You know what I would do? I would immediately remove my eye from the person.
So like then they think that I thought I was looking at them, so I'm like, oh.
In India as
I do
well,
that.
we will make eye contact with strangers when we are walking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you would smile?
Yes.
See, India knows what's up. Well, I don't know if it's like an American saying, but it's something that I've heard a lot that I agree with. Like in the North, we're nice but not friendly, and in the West, we're not nice but we're friendly.
So one's words, one's actions.
Yeah. Yes, so some people, like the South is both word and actions, North is just actions, West is just... Of course it doesn't go for everyone in these specific regions because everyone's different. That's like the overall stereotype per different parts of the country.
근데 방금 그거 일단 아이 컨택부터 너무 신기해요. 우리나라는 막 이렇게 걷다가 막 이렇게 하면 뭐야? 뭐야 쟤 왜 봐? 나한테 빠졌나? 아니면 뭐 싸우자고 하는 거야? 그쵸? 근데 어떻게 그 웃으면 이렇게 하다가 그냥 뭐야? 이상한 사람.
Like a creep.
아니야 이상한 사람.
그러니까요.
그냥 핸드폰 볼래 이렇게 하겠다. 무서워하겠다.
우리는 모르겠어요. 저희는 아마 그렇게 아이 컨택 먼저 하잖아요. 그럼 우리는 더 친절하게 인사할 것 같아. 하이. 진짜? 외국 사람이라서 더 먼저 이렇게 친절하게 인사했잖아요. 그럼 베트남 사람도 친절히 하니까. 네.
근데 베트남 사람들끼리도 이렇게 했을 때는
베트남 사람끼리는 솔직히 모르는 사람 사이는 뭐 가서 그냥 모른 척 하는데 뭐 굳이 모르는 사람인데 아는 사람끼리는 다 인사해요, 다. 네.
But for us, if you smile at younger people, like same as your age, it's gonna be creepy there.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you want from me? Like, why are you smiling? Like, because we feel like the smile hides some kind of meaning.
It's like, hey, sorry for looking at you. Have a good day.
It's just like a cultural difference,
Yeah.
I would say.
I feel like I personally don't touch a lot of people. I actually really refrain from touching people. I don't like to be touched, but I've noticed like specifically like the American men here are very touchy. Not like in a bad touchy way, just in like when you first meet them, like, hey bro, like that. So yeah, I can agree with that. Like I don't do it, but I do know a lot of Americans who are like that.
I'm also not into like skinship things. Like even though girls try to hug me as a friendly, I was like, please stay away from me. Don't touch. I don't like it.
Actually, even my American male friends would sometimes just approach me and like, hey, you know, what's up? And hug, which is not really something you would would do in Indonesia.
Really?
When you're not in like a particularly special kind of relationship with the person. But girls are fine. Like, you know, we hang out like this and stuff like that's fine. But when it's like an opposite gender, I would say you become a bit more.
So that's seen as like skinship?
Careful. Yeah.
We just see that as just like normal.
What, this?
Like they just just going up and hugging, as long as it's not like a complete stranger.
Like hold the hands. But after coming here, like to Korea, everybody's like, I'm seeing the K-dramas here. I was like, in India it's like not like this. In India, even we don't hold the hands in India. Even they're couples, even they're married, they don't hold the hands in public.
Really?
It's for me completely culture shock.
How about in Thailand and in Vietnam?
우리나라는 그거 있어요. 아메리칸 스타일이라는 말이 있는데 막 애들 막 스킨십 많이 하고 막 그렇게 하면 너 아메리칸 스타일이네 막 그런 것 같아 막 이렇게 하는데 근데 진짜 태국 사람들 거의 다 우리도 손 잡고 다니는 정도는 하거든요. 만약에 커플이면 근데 막 그거보다 공공장소에서 하면 좀 눈치 봐. 그리고 친구들끼리 막 여자끼리 막 이렇게 해도 괜찮은데 막 이렇게 다녀도 괜찮은데 근데 갑자기 남자가 와가지고 막 너 어디 가 이렇게 하면 내가 뭐야? 뭐 그냥 가 이렇게 하겠다.
우리도 커플끼리는 솔직히 공공장소에서도 편하게 하는 것 같아요.
진짜?
What's big?
What's big?
Actually, I have been to Thailand and Vietnam. I've been to Bangkok and I've been to Hanoi. And even there, like in Thailand, I went to a restaurant and they gave me a Pepsi, and the Pepsi was like what I would consider a mini size. So me and my other American friend ordered 3 more, like each. So we had like 6 Pepsis between all of us. And the waiter was kind of like, oh, okay. Because it was like just 2 girls drinking 6 Pepsis. But like in America, they're like quite big. And like the Monster cans in America are so big that you can like re-screw them because you're not gonna finish it all at once. Yeah, like everything, when I've compared to like the places I traveled in Asia and America, everything here is much, much smaller. Even like clothing sizes are much smaller.
But yeah, I actually did hear from somewhere that like Asian L for any Coke is like an S in America.
I think also the portion sizes are bigger. Like in Asian countries, usually from what I've seen, the 6-piece nugget is the meal. But in America, it's the 10-piece nugget is the meal, and you can also get a 20-piece nugget as a meal.
There's a 20-piece nugget?
Yeah, and there's
Isn't
like
that
this,
for like a whole family?
I used to work at a McDonald's and I would finish off like a 40-piece in one shift. So.
근데 진짜 맞을 것 같아요. 브랜드 있잖아요. 미국에서 온 브랜드이면 원래 미디엄 사이즈 가면 스몰 그 S2개 그거 써야 될 것 같아서 사람들 뭐 엄청 크고 그러고 제가 이런 경험이거든요. 지하철 타는데 근데 그 뒤에 미국인이 써 있는 거예요. 남자랑 애기? 근데 그 애기가 나보다 더 큰 것 같아요. 그때. 진짜 아니 발이 이만해. 그래서 진짜 사이즈 어떡하지?
음식 그거랑 옷, 의류 그거는 확실히 제일 많이 느끼는 것 같아요.
I'm actually really proud that America's open-minded. Like it feels really nice knowing like we're very open to letting people live their lives the way they want to live it.
I think freedom of speech is a really good thing that
Yeah.
like America has as a quality, because as an Asian, I still find it difficult to voice out my opinions, and I don't think like Americans would find it as difficult to
Yeah.
like, you know, disagree on something.
Yeah, like how I said, if people are being too loud, I just go out there and I'm like, hey.
Exactly. I would stay there and just, you know, just hold it in. It's fine. It's gonna be over. You know, like that's
Yeah.
what I would do. Like I wouldn't go out and be like, shut up, you know, kind of thing. So, yeah, it's just like not very Asian of me if I were to do that, you know.
I think we're very like open, like a lot of freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Like we could dress how we want, do our makeup how we want, do our hair how we want, love who we want, say what we want. And like most people, like if you're online, you're gonna get a lot of like people like being like, ugh. Like the internet trolls. Like in person, people don't really have that much to say unless it's like an old Karen. I actually don't run into that many Karens where I'm from. I know they exist. I know they're out there. I just don't have them a lot.
일단 우리나라는 미국 사람들 오픈마이 이런 거 없다고는 이미 알고 있지만 방금 들어보니까 그 시끄럽다고 막 가서 말해도 이해해주니까 그냥 가서 조용히 나가니까 우리나라끼리 막 그렇게 하면 조금 약간 기분이 나빠. 약간 왜? 왜? 내가 뭐 시끄러워? 그럼 더 시끄럽게 해야지 막 그렇게 하잖아. 근데 미국 사람들 그냥 조용하게 sorry 이렇게 하겠다. 약간 sorry 이렇게 그렇게 할 것 같아. 싶은데.
그리고 내 생각에는 여기 원래 옛날에서는 우리가 아시안 미국 사람 더 오픈 마인드 가지고 있는 거는 알고 있고, 근데 솔직히 지금 우리도 약간 그런 오픈 마인드 잡고 약간 바꾸려고 하는 것 같은 느낌이. 여자도 그랬고, 그리고 뭐 옛날이면 뭐 여자면 뭐 좀 이렇게 먼저 다가가면 안 되고 뭐 이렇게 하는데, 근데 지금은 여자는 여자도 할 수 있다, 이것도 다 할 수 있고, 뭐 많은 사람 다 사랑하고 싶으면 다 사랑할 수 있고, 그럼 오픈 마인드에 좀 따라가서 좀 바꾸고 있는 것 같아요.
진짜다. 우리나라도 약간 그 미국이 오픈마이였기 때문에 우리도 막 그렇게 하려고 해서, 그래서 여자들 막 자기가 입고 싶은 거 입고 막 뭐 원래 야하게 입으면 태국 사람도 약간
더 편한 노출, 그것도
그치.
모를 때는 약간 부정적으로 생각하지만, 근데 알고 보니까 우리가 지금 아마 약간 오픈 마인드 좀 긍정적으로 생각하고 좋은 걸로 골라서 좀 따라하고 있는 것 같아요.
Actually, I'm so open-minded, but in India, women are not open-minded. We don't have freedom of expressing yourself. So if you talk anything what you want, they will think like she's so bad, to be frank. So we don't have freedom of being open-minded.
그거는 전통이랑 역사 뭐 그런 완전 긴 동안 가지고 있는 말들라서 쉽게 바꾸지 못하는 것 같아.
I think we all kind of agreed for the most part.
Yeah, I do agree. Like most of the suggestions on the screen is pretty much what I would actually think when I first think of America and the people in there, which is not necessarily a bad stuff. It's just different, like culturally. But I think I also did learn a lot of stuff, given that we have an American here who is actually explaining how it actually is, like in the country or like the people. So
Like, I'm not speaking for all Americans, but like from my personal experience, also with my friends, this is pretty much like how I would view it.
little insight.
Yeah,
into
for like growing up there.
우리나라는 약간 이거 오늘 다 들어보니까 진짜 모든 나라들 미국한테 엄청 좋게 보고 있을 것 같아. 완전.
Actually, before I come here, my thinking about America is different. After talking to her, my thinking is different.
So you updated.
American image.
Like when you are living in one country, the things you are seeing is different.
Right.
When you are living in another country, the things you are experiencing is different.
I also think a lot of people put out a lot of videos about America without context, like on TikTok or YouTube, where they like cut things just to like make a certain image. So and then whenever I try and explain it, I do often get some people who are like, no, I saw the YouTube video, I know. And I'm like, that's not real life.
Through YouTube, I also heard a lot of news about America. Like every American use drugs and guns.
Yeah, like
Yes.
that is really, of course they're like really common, but like not everyone, like I personally don't, but yeah.
Today we tried to talk about how Asians generally view like America in terms of stereotypes.
If you like the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe.
We will see you next time.
Bye.